if this should paste. Okay. So hi, how are you? Welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, decks today. I've got the Goddess Power deck. Let me just shut that door. Okay, welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, today's decks, we've got the Goddess Power Tarot. So let's see what message we're going to start with today. Today's message, we're going to focus on what goddess? Isis. Isis is about rebirth. Rebirth. Interesting card to think about today. Rebirth. Sense of renewal. Feels like we're going through some transformation, some changes and things that are going on at the moment. So let's have a look and see what the book says about Isis. It's card 25. Let's have a look. What are we going to do? Isis Rebirth Empowerment Message. The process of soul retrieval, resurrection. Hi Ashley, how are you? Cool, just type in your question if you want a reading. Hi Triple Moon Goddess. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, Isis with Rebirth. Empowerment Message. The process of soul retrieval, resurrection and rebirth is the theme. Recurrent through the stories of the Egyptian goddess Isis, and one that she invites you to address now. This is a powerful moment to see some of what you thought you'd lost go through a process of regeneration to live again. Like magic, the pieces of you that were considered lost in old wounds and stories are ready to be reclaimed in a healthier, more mature version. Where you were hopeless, now there is a hope. Where you lost faith, you have the capacity for even more now. Where there was iniquity and injustice, now you can see a better way. Where you were abandoned, now you can choose you. You are ready to face these parts of yourself and to gather them together as you step into a newer, more powerful version of yourself, your work, your relationships, and your creativity. Have courage, let go of blame, claim your accountability, and then co-create something better. You can do this. The goddess Isis has come to help you as a potent supporter in your growth. So today is about growth. Whew, sounds good. Okay. So Triple Moon, you want to know, will you get? Okay, so today's decks, I've got Tarot of Cleopatra with Assorted Oracle, Universal Celtic with the Blessed Bee cards. I've got Vintage Japanese with the Firefox. Okay, and I have the Maori Tattoo Tarot with the Rarua Whakitanana. Okay, New Zealand Tarot and Oracle, and I have the Native American Tarot with the Native American Oracle. So those are the decks that we're going to do. So you want to know, so what deck would you like me to start with? Triple Moon Goddess is your first. The Egyptian. Ooh. Let's have a look at what your journey is with the YouTube channel. Moving towards 100k. Ooh, straight away. Okay, we've got 3 of Wands. Okay, so you've got 3 of Wands, and it's interesting, you've got 3 of Chalices as well. So it definitely feels like a celebration coming into play when you decide, when you're pausing and reflecting. So straight away I'm saying yes, you'll reach that 100k, you'll reach your goals, you'll reach your dreams with what you want to achieve. So I definitely feel it's a possibility to get there. Woo! Cards flying out. Here we have 2 of Swords. So there's a lot of decisions to make, a lot of crossroads, a lot of possibilities for you to achieve, a lot of paths for you to achieve where you want to be. So that's interesting for you. You've got this 3 of Wands, 3 of Cups, and 2 of Swords. 3 of Wands, 3 of Cups, or 3 of Chalices, and 2 of Swords. So I definitely feel like, yes, you're going to get there, yes, but there's a lot of, there are some choices to make. There are some decisions to make, which are quite important for you. So let's have a look and see what Corset's got for you. Corset's got the ink. Energy healing. So it feels like there's a lot of energy healing for you, Triple Moon Goddess. It does feel like there's a lot of energy healing needed. So maybe this could be working with some Reiki, or working with some angel healing, or working with the deities. Crystal healing. Definitely feel like there's a lot of energy healing coming, which is really important for you to sort of motivate you to reach your goals and reach your dreams. So I hope that helps. Whew, it is warm. So yeah, interesting reading when you look at that. Okay, you've been sick since January, so yeah, so it feels like you really need some energy healing, whether you go and get some vitamins, some minerals, maybe some AG1 or whatever you have in the States for yeah, taking some stuff to do some energy healing would be really beneficial to you. I don't know why AG1s come to me. I think it's what all they all take. The van lifers I know do. Yeah, certainly just type in your question. If you have a question, definitely just type it in and we'll do a reading for you. I need correct medical attention. Yeah. Okay, so you need to go to make sure that you get all the right stuff from the doctors and whoever you get your stuff from. You're welcome. You're welcome. So if you've got a question, don't forget you can donate if you want something a little bit more in depth, more variety in messages and things like that. They know good here. Okay. I know AG1s are really, I know a lot of them have that as a nutrient or a supplement to help you sort of get going in the day. I know a lot of people use that. It has like 75 or something vitamins and minerals in it. I know that's quite good, quite beneficial. So yeah, interesting. Interesting indeed. So let's have a look. What question I'm just waiting for a question to see what we get. What the goddess Hecate wants me to know, or what encouragement advice. Okay, so I'm going to use, oh, that was interesting, cards popped out, using the Universal Celtic cards. Okay, and we're going to begin with the Page of Cups. So Page of Cups to me is very much the sense of looking at what your wound, I'm getting a sense of looking at what your emotional needs is very important. Oh, okay, Triple Moon Goddess. Okay, Jaguar Brewer. General message for all, I appreciate, thank you. Okay, so it's very important for you to look at what hurts you, what's wounded you at the moment. Feels like there's a lot of heartbreak, a lot of stuff you're dealing with at this time. It does feel like it's quite heavy with your thoughts and ideas and plans. It does feel like you're dealing with a lot of hurt, a lot of wounds at the moment. So it's about finding the sense of the sun shining on the situation. There is a sense of a new dawn, a new beginning. It does feel like you're leaving behind the weight of the sorrow, the wounds, the things that you've been dealing with. It does feel like the sun's coming up. It does feel like a sense of stamina and endurance, enabling you to sort of move forward on your journey gently. So it does bring in a sense of happiness to you, which is super important. So let's see what blessing you have. So it does feel like you're leaving behind that darkness, that sense of sorrow, those things that have caused you some heartbreak, Jaguar. So it is quite important for you to know that. So let's have a look and see what the blessing is for you. Okay, the blessing for you is a blessing for, that's interesting, a blessing for a fresh start. That's an interesting card. So it does feel like you're going to have this new beginning, which is quite important. It is going to be a lot more happier for you as you walk ahead on your journey. Oh, thank you, Triple Moon Goddess. Love you too. Please, that helped. So, Jaguar, I hope that helps for you. A blessing for a fresh start. So it does feel like you're going to have a new beginning. You're going to leave behind all that heaviness, those wounds, those darkness, that sorrow. The sun feels like it's going to come out. You are going to have that happiness. Yep, Sheila, I really, I recognized you. Yeah, I thought I saw you had changed your name. Okay, Ashley. Betty Ozia, hello. I was wondering what my ex Derek current feelings are for me. Okay, I'll do that for you. Let's do the Japanese tarot. Okay, Betty. Oh, straight away. Okay, we've got Queen of Cups. So I get the feeling of being very kind and caring, but also being quite practical about it as well. There does seem to be this nurturing, which seems to be really important. Just feel like there's a shift out of the chaos into smoother waters within the relationship. So Betty, it does feel as though there's a lot about nurturing. I'm also getting a sense of the wounds, the definitely feeling like there's nurturing those emotional feelings. That's how he's sort of been feeling about his, because you asked what is his feelings towards you, and I feel his feelings are quite kind and caring, but also a feeling of being quite trying to nurture his emotions, which is really important, and trying to be sort of quite practical in it, taking care of the health or finances about the situation, or material aspects about the relationship as well. Now, I do feel as though there is a sense, I do feel as though Sorry, Betty. I do feel as though there is a sense of a shift. I feel like he's going to be shifting his perspectives, leaving the chaos into smoother waters in regards to the relationship as well. So let's have a look at the Firefox cards. And we have the awakening. So I feel like he's doing some awakening at the moment. I do feel like, Betty, I do feel like he is awakening into his own truth, his own choices, his own abilities. So I do feel like there could be some changes in the relationship on some level. So I definitely feel like there's this movement forward in the relationship. So hopefully that helps to give you a little bit of clarity in what's going on. Iron's really good too, triple moon goddess, if you can. Or magnesium. Magnesium and calcium. Okay, so Betty, that's your reading. Okay, so Ashley, your energy's been drained. I'm not sure what is causing my energy to be drained. I'm trying all the time. I wish my energy was flavoring. Can junk food drain? Oh, yes, junk food can really drain your spiritual energy. Very important to eat healthy. When you're working spiritually, I think it's very, very important to make sure that you work in a really high vibration by making sure, like for me, I make sure I take my nutrient rescue in the morning, which really helps. It's a whole lot of green and red foods, and it's going to raise your vibration. I know in the States there's AG1s or something, a lot of them have that. Oh, it definitely feels like there's a shift going on with the relationship. Definitely feel like there's an awakening to it. So you get a lot more information with that. Yeah, chakra work's really important too. I find chakra work can help balance you out, or some crystal work. Crystal grid work is really, really good. Angel work. Yeah, be careful about getting sugar crashes. That's really important. So that's why I think it is important to make sure that you eat well. So that's really cool. Just take a nice deep breath. Let's just do a power of love activation card for us all. Let's take a moment. Take a breath. Here I have individuality. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. Hopefully you can just take a nice deep breath and just see that heart. Oh, that's a good idea, Triple Moon. Anything like that is really good. I find iron is really good. There's some echinacea type things I find really good, really helpful as well. Let's see what God and Titan. So I'm just mucking around while I see if there's any more questions coming up. If anyone's got any questions, please ask. I'm just doing some random collective messages. We're going to Ganesha with overcoming obstacles. Let's see what Ganesha has to say. I love doing this, mucking around with it. Ganesha. Obstacles are removed or placed for good reason. Invite in a drama-free life. Great Lord Ganesha, I ask for you to bless our homes. I ask you to sweep your mighty energy through it and clear away anything that stands against peace, prosperity, and love. Illuminate our paths and mind with your axe. Dance away what is a hindrance. Grant us all who enter happiness and ease. We bow before you. So removing all obstacles and blocks. So there you are. It's for us to remove any obstacles or blocks that we have in our journey. Asking for a sense of prosperity through Ganesha. What flower? If anyone wants to donate, please let me know if you donate as well. Okay, what flowers are we going to look at today? I'm going to choose 3 flowers and you choose the flower that suits you. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so who resonates with Mexican marigold, cactus flower, or Lenten rose? Okay, just take a moment to choose which flower suits you. Okay, if you choose Mexican marigold, you're talking about renewal. Time to begin again, stronger and better. Cactus flower talks about endurance. Hold on, you can do this. And Lenten rose talks about protection. Conserve what you have and save a little. Okay, so for those that were Mexican marigold, was talking about renewal. When you talked about the cactus flower, you're talking about endurance. If you're talking about Lenten rose, you're talking about protection. Okay? So you're talking renewal, endurance, or protection. Mexican marigold was renewal, cactus flower was endurance, and the Lenten rose was protection. So whatever you felt drawn to. Oh, feels like the rain's coming in. Let me just close that window. I do not want rain everywhere. Oh. Okay. That's an interesting combination of cards. Ooh. Okay, what else should we look at? I've been working with Shadows of Light, which has been quite an interesting deck. Let's have a look. Let's choose another 3 cards. Okay. I'm going to turn them over. But, I mean, I'll turn them so you can't see them. This is Shadows of Light. 1, 2, 3. Okay, choose 1, 2, or 3. Okay, choose 1, 2, or 3. Before I turn them over. One, 2, or 3. Okay, Ashley was 3. Okay, so for Ashley, we're going to do this one here. We're doing challenges. Okay, so that's 27. Let's have a look and see what it says. Okay, challenges. This one here. Okay, challenges with challenge with opposition. Okay, are you ready, Ashley? Ashley, otherness, collisions of power, opposition tests the ground of a fundamental difference. Sometimes I need to be pushed in order to know what I stand for. This pressure can be the teacher I need to distill a deeper knowing of what is really important. But how much energy am I willing to give into the fight? When I meet challenge head on, it can reveal to me all of the ways in which I've matured. It can also show me how stubborn I can be, how I feel I need to prove myself, how I can discharge my own pain through blame. Perhaps it shows me how avoidant I can be, how I bypass my struggles with politeness or spiritual idealism. Choose your battles when you are being tested. What is the healthiest way for you to engage? How can you rise to meet challenge without being a conduit for violence? What will happen if you lean in a little more, or are you being called to back off and find a different approach? Okay, Triple Moon, Goddess, and Jaguar, Brouillard. You're both choosing number 2, and that is about unity. Okay, so unity, let's have a look at that one. Okay, unity. The sacred paradox. All polarity emerges from the perfect resonance of great celestial heart. Light casts shadow to differentiate and unite all phenomena within the spectrum of life. The unified field of source consciousness illuminates all of the colors of the spectrum equally, casting infinite shadows in an intricate web of differentiated forms. Everything held within this field is an integral and inseparable aspect of the whole. Our capacity to relate to life is founded on our ability to experience contrast. In order to feel connection, we must also understand detachment. The necessary companion of movement is stillness. No aspect of this dichotomy can be removed. No matter where you place your attention or how you're feeling within, you're one with the unavoidable unity of all things, and no part of you can be rejected. Through your hands, your eyes, your consciousness, you are touching everything, and everything is touching you back. In this reality, every action you make impacts the whole fabric of myriad forms. Move with awareness. Hi, Tiny Trinkets and Tarot. Don't forget, if you want to, there is a link for the donations if you want something a bit deeper, or if you've got a question, just type in your question. It's cool. I'm just mucking around with different decks, and we're choosing numbers 1 to 3 and seeing what messages we're getting on an overall. Oh, cool. Jaguar, cool. Okay, let's do the New Zealand Waruara Whakitānana. Okay, ready? 1, 2, and 3 again. Okay, 1, 2, or 3. This one here? The Māori one? Okay, 1. Okay, Ashley, you got the weta. It's about being quiet. Okay, I'm not very good at finding where the weta is. It's about being quiet, being silent. Okay, so let's have a look and see what it says about the weta. Sometimes it's okay to sit quietly and listen for a while. You don't always need to contribute to conversations. Your presence alone has a great impact on those around you. Okay, and number 3. Okay, we've got the tuturuar fatu, the sika. Sika, let's have a look. Where are we? Oh, the Māori tattoo one. Oh yeah. Oh, you mean from Roxana Paul? Or what other decks did you get from her? Okay, so let's have a look. The Seeker. You've spent so much time observing how others are getting to where you want to be that you have begun to develop your own technique. Now is the time to begin looking elsewhere for richer opportunities. Strike out in another direction. Resources will begin to dwindle if you stay in the same area for too long. A change of scene will allow for further growth. That's interesting. The Māori tattoo. Oh, the Venetian. Oh, yeah, the Venetian one. I was going to say venison. The Venetian one. Yeah, I know which one you mean. Yep. I want to get the Aboriginal deck, but I haven't got round to getting it. I did see the Venetian. Quite interesting when we start diving into. Okay, so let's do the last one. Well, I haven't had any questions. I'm just waiting to see if anyone's got any questions. Oh, the Indian Illuminati. Oh, that's interesting. Are they on her web? Are they on the site, on the website? Indian Illuminati. I don't remember that one. Ooh, I remember the Venetian one. Okay, let's have a look. Last one for the rest of the messages. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, or 3. Oh, the original? Oh, okay. 1, 2, or 3. Hi, Raina. Okay, 2. Yeah, the masks are awesome. Yeah, they are. Okay, so number 2 is bringing everything into the light. Oh, bringing everything into balance. Sorry, bringing everything into balance. So it's really about bringing yourself and your environment, everything into balance, into an alignment. And number 1, opening yourself up to new possibilities. So that's what we're looking at. So that's number 2. Number 1 is about opening yourself up. And number 2 was about bringing yourself into balance, which is really important. And that sort of ties in with everything. Triple moon. It's amazing how the messages, even from the different decks, they sort of tie in together with all your messages and things sort of tying in together. It's quite interesting when you start doing that. So interesting. This deck here you'll find on Make Playing Cards, by the way, for those that are interested. Don't forget, if you've got a question, just type in your question. And don't forget the Ko-Fi link. If you want to donate, if you want a deeper reading, you want something more in depth, we can go into that. Oh, exciting, Raina. That's cool. That's good. What I'm going to do, let's look at a God and Goddess card. Yin and Yang. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. One. Okay, so what cards have we got here? First one we've got is Ellen of the Ways, which is talking about patterns. And we have Set with Chaos. So what patterns are causing us chaos at this time? It's an interesting combination of cards. What patterns are causing us chaos at this time? What repeated patterns? What are we doing? Oh, thank you, Raina. So sweet. Okay, Morgan, Death and Magic. It definitely feels like things are ending. Okay, and it's going to create a little bit of magic. With Zeus. Okay, so when we have that sense of endings, it's going to allow us to be in control, allow us to be that leader in our journey. So this one is about repeating patterns that are causing us chaos. And here we have the sense of things ending, creating a little bit of magic, which enables us to be a little bit more in control. Yep, can do. I'm just waiting for Raina's question. No, she's donated. I'm just waiting for her as she's donated. So I just want to see what message she has. And then I'll do a soul mate twin flame reading. General, pick a card. Watching if the person on there might. Twin flame or something. Yep, I can do that. Okay, so I'm just waiting for Raina's question as she has done. So what's your question, Raina? You're such a sweetheart, as always. Okay. You're kind of iffy about it. What is the connection between Miguel and you? Okay. Nice deep breath. I'm just going to clear the air. It's okay. Connection between Miguel and I. Miguel and Raina. What is the connection between? Okay. definitely feels as though there's I'm getting a sense of opposition here. There are some oppositions to you. It does feel like you're two parts of a whole. That's what I want to say here. Two parts of a whole. Two parts of a whole I get here. And I get victory and success. I get 6 of Wands here. So I definitely feel like you're two parts of a whole, and it just definitely feels like victory or success in the moment, which is quite exciting. Very passionate. I've got Chief of Wands here, so I'm getting that he's very passionate. Always looking for new adventures. I feel like he's a person that wants a lot of new adventures and things going on there. Oof, here you got 10 of discs. It feels very wealth, abundance. Feels like there's a lot of abundance, Raina. It's all about speaking your truth. Okay, it's all about being able to communicate your truth, nurture your truth with the situation, which is really important. And I get the sense of an agreement, a contract, so to speak, a sense of a union coming up. Yeah, he sounds really like, I just feel like there's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of possibility there with that relationship. There's a lot of stability. I want to say there's a lot of stability. With lots of new beginnings. It's about having some fun. Whoops. I get that there's a lot of fun going on here. I feel like he's an observer. And he nourishes your soul. With a lot of understanding. So I'm getting a lot of positive cards in this reading, Raina. So I'm getting that there's a lot of positive energy in it. Quite interesting. I'm just going to get one more card here. Ooh, it is hot. Oh, he's indigenous. Wow. Let's have a look. The Māori Oracle as well. I'll finish off with this. Whew. Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look. White Heron. Let's have a look. Okay. The favor of the gods. It's about having faith. Okay. Kotuku. Kutuku? White Heron. Legend says that it was upon the back of the Kutuku that Tani rode up to the Tikitikio Nararangi, the highest of heavens, in order to obtain the 3 sacred baskets of knowledge. Only something so pure could gain passage past all of the guardians of the houses leading to and from the other heavens. So it is that the Kutuku is a symbol of all that is blessed, pure, graceful, and beautiful. The Kutuku is a sign that you're on the right path. Woo! Wow, wow, wow. Pure, graceful, and beautiful. The Kutuku is a sign that you're on the right path, Raina. Wow, could you not get anything more positive than a reading? That's like, whoa. Uh-oh. There's always one problem, Raina. Don't say there's one problem. It's so positive. Never had that is so positive for a love reading. Haven't had one like that for a long time. Normally it's age. Don't worry about that. As long as he's over 20. ain't wrong with 24, Raina. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Yeah. Whew, it's hot. Okay. What chakra? Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, or 3. It's all right, Raina. He won't mind. It all seems really positive. Well, you do look younger. You have to put all the things on the... Okay, 2. Okay, I'm just trying to get the book out. Oops. Just trying to find the cards. Right, 2. Hi, Terry and Al. Right, so number 2. Number 2 first. Okay, so what have we got? Number 2 is rhodonite with your abilities. So let's have a look and see what chakra. Let's have a look. Whew. I know it's fire energy. Let's have a look at rhodonite. Let's have a look at the affirmation. Okay, with abilities, your chakra is your sacral chakra and your solar plexus, and your affirmation is, I own my abilities and use them for the highest good. So that's number 2. Those that chose 2, which is rhodonite with your abilities, it's your sacral chakra with your solar plexus. I own my abilities and use them for my highest good. Okay, and Ashley, you did... Oh, this one here is the Crystal Alley deck. It's the Evolution Edition. Okay, here we've got... Oh, I can never say this properly. Seraphinite. Seraphinite. And this is all about healing. So, Ashley, this is all about healing. So let's have a look at this one. This is Storm. Okay, here we go. Your chakras are all chakras, and your affirmation is, I honor my body as a vehicle for divine light. I honor my body as a vehicle for divine light. Seraphinite. It's all about healing. Fabi, yeah? Oh, Raina, you're so sweet. What question did you want? Just waiting for Raina's question because she don't. Whew, hot. Don't know what time it is for you guys there. For me, it's 4:20 p.m. Let Fabi. Okay. Can I ask when will when will S reach out? Okay, Raina, thank you for that. When will S reach out to me again? Oh, you're wanting a when question? Okay, let me just do that cards of time again. for the win side of it. Okay, win. Okay, we've got 7 days, 7 weeks, determining the circumstances. So really depending on the circumstances, could be anything with a 7. Let's have a look here. Relationships. A good time to draw and balance. What would you like to give one another, and where will the road lead you? So it definitely feels like there's determining on the circumstances. So let's see if we can get a little bit more information in regards to that. Fabby. So let's have a look. So we're looking at somewhere between 7 days, 7 weeks, somewhere with the 7th in it. Doesn't give us an exact, but it definitely gives us an idea. 9:20 p.m. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Fabby, let's have a look. What have we got here? We've got 6 of Pentacles. So it does feel like there's a sense of being able to give unconditionally or receive unconditionally. Receive without any expectations. Just talk about a little bit of luxury. It does feel like things are sort of, there's a bit of pampering going on. Maybe taking a little bit of time out for oneself. And here you've got the sense of trying to prioritize what's important in the journey. Fabby. So that's really important for you to do as well. When will he reach out to you? I think it's determining on the circumstances. And I think a lot of the circumstances is about being able to give and I'm getting a sense of receiving. Ooh. So let's have a look here. Oh, the timing cards. Okay. The creation of light. So let's have a look at that information. Creation of light. Let's have a little bit of a look-see here. I just want to get a little bit more. I just feel like things are being created. There's some lightness coming through. Oh, what happened here? I don't know what happened there. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's a good idea, Raina. Okay, so we've got this, Fabia, we've got the sense of, sorry, what was I looking at here? Card number 19. Yep, card number 19. So let's have a look at that. See if it gives a little bit more information. Okay, let's have a look. An elevated, tender, kind, and loving perspective can come through to the world and part of us. All work and energy that carries a significant measure of grace is calming, gentling, and soothing to so much of the world's suffering and harshness. And within the realms of the Kitsune are beings who tend the flowers that offer us light. For not is this lotus open for perfume and beauty and fertility, but its very presence offers light, a ray of light that can change the energy with which it interacts. Okay, so let me just so I think when it feels like the light is coming out into play, I feel like there's a lot of, it's getting rid of all the self-judgments. It's all about being self-aware with vibration of compassion, a lot of self-love coming into play. So when this card comes to you, are currently being offered the grace of pure light, the ray of unconditional self-love, the vibration of compassion for the self and of self-judgments. You are available for your own soul, and you're tending the garden of the inner self. And within that garden, the lotus of peace and of the sacred is blooming. And as it petals open, you are showed within with your inner light. Enjoy the surrender to the beauty of your own self-love, and know that you are in turn bringing this light to others as it radiates out into the world from the deep and holy garden which flowers within. You will now care for yourself, you will create beauty, and you will bring grace to the world around you. So you asked about, your connection to, when will S reach out to you? And I think really the cards is really saying it's about you taking care of you. It really feels like, yes, it might come in the next 7 days or 7 weeks, something with a 7 going on, depending on the circumstances, of course. And it does feel as though there's a sense of giving unconditionally. And whether that's giving to yourself, could be really, really important. Allowing yourself that time of pampering, which seems really, really important. And that's going to allow you to look at what your priorities are at this time. What are you juggling? What's so important about this relationship? Or are you better to be actually taking care of self? I think that's what it is. I think that's really important, Fabia. So it's an interesting message. When you're talking about timing. Okay, Raina, did you have an actual message? What do I put that away for? Oh, you posted the message? I saw some thing about you've been feeling like your grandfather's been trying to communicate. Oh, so I purchased some. Usually, I spotted 3 cardinals. Been signs all day. I decided to make an altar for him. So was that your question about your grandfather? You want to connect? You want a message from your grandfather? So you want a message from your grandfather? Yep. Okay. Let me just throw in another incense. Let's connect. Okay. Message from Raina's grandfather. Message. Let's have a look. Okay, let's begin with the oracle. Okay, we've got Otter, which is about speaking a lot of transformations, a lot of changes the moment. Okay, sturgeon, and we have for Ollie. Okay, so let's have a look at this one here. So what was it, sturgeon? Okay, it was about wisdom gained. Okay, so we're talking about a lot of changes coming up for you, Raina. I'm talking a lot about changes, a lot about wisdom gained. It feels like there's a lot of answers coming your way, a lot of knowledge and experience. It's going to give you the answers that you actually need, which is quite interesting here. So we've got this sense of taking a bit of a risk. It's important for you to take a risk. Okay, it feels like you're going to have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom coming in, and it's really important that you take a sense of a risk. And I feel like this is really important. It has a message for you. It says, be courageous. Do not shy away from risks, but engage life with your whole body, mind, heart, and spirit. It's about taking a risk. Seems really important for you to allow those changes, those transformations to take place, and for you to have that wisdom come through. It's important for you to actually take that risk. That seems so important. Okay, so let's see what cards we've got coming in here. Okay, we've got the shaman here. So I'm getting a lot about taking faith. Having a lot of faith is going to be really important for you. Allowing yourself to break free from the chains, from restrictions. I feel like it's about breaking free. Allowing yourself to nurture your emotions. You know, do what you want to emotionally. Allowing yourself, again, you've got that sense of caring. Caring for your health is super important. Looking at your emotional needs, super important. And allowing yourself to have the sense of strength. Okay, focusing on what's good is super important for you. I feel like there's a lot of you needing to really look at what's important, what's of value to your journey. Don't focus on what you don't have, but focus on what you do have. Okay, focus on what's possible. Okay, really important for you, because it does feel like you're juggling a lot, you're seeking some clarity within the situation, but I feel like there's a sense of trying to find the choices that you need as well. There seems to be some choices that need to be made, which is super important. You know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. A lot of meditation, reflection is really important for you. I get a sense of removing the black clouds, if you like, or the grey clouds, allowing yourself to really acknowledge the truth and expect the truth and share the truth is going to be really important. I think there's a sense of communication needed. Again, we have the transformation, the changes coming in place as well. So it's interesting, both the otter and the death card here with transformations and changes coming into play. So it does feel like there's always choices. Yep, there are always choices to make. Yep, get that. But it's really looking at what's important, what gives you that strength that you need, what gives you the ability to acknowledge the truth about what's actually going on, the facts. Taking a bit of a risk is really important. I feel like there's a sense of, you know, don't hold back. I want to say, sort of, with this card here, I'm getting a sense of I'm going for it. It's time to do it. It's time to achieve what I want to achieve. It's time to do something a bit risky, something that I wouldn't normally do. Maybe looking at a little bit about outside of the box, so to speak. So I'm getting quite a sort of an in-depth message for you in just regards to just looking at your emotions. It does seem to be a little bit of emotional aspects to the cards here. It is a bit of an impact. It does feel like there's a bit of an impact to the situation. It is going to create some stability. Yeah, I know you've been focusing on your business, but I feel like a little bit is Also about the relationship as well. Take a little bit of a risk with the relationship is really important. We've got quite a lot of an emotional aspect here. Definitely feels like there's an emotional aspect to it. And then we've got it's interesting because we've got sort of a blade, shields and pipes. So we've got a little bit of mental stuff, a little bit of drive and motivation, and a little bit about being grounded. The relationship that's important to you at this moment. I keep getting like, I'm getting a little bit of, it's a little bit about, you know, having a bit of fun for yourself, having a bit of relaxation, enjoying your life. Could be something a bit different. So I think that's really important for you. Oh, it is. Just going to grab another deck here. There it is. Let's see. See what message we get from the wheel. When you donate, you always get a little bit of extra, especially when you're a member of my Ko-Fi. So here we have in regards to relationship. Okay, I've looked at the first card was relationship. Talks about new beginnings, thought, process, and inspiration. So we're looking at the East. What card number 10? Okay, I'm just going to see what message there is, or the prayer. Okay, so in regards to the relationship, spirit powers of the East fill my heart with the illumination of the rising sun. Help me to accept the opportunities for growth that are coming my way. The seeds I plant today will be the future for generations to come. Let me be mindful of the energy I put into my thoughts and into my life. And watch the sunrise, feel the vibration growing within you. Be aware of a new path emerging before you that first step. Be well aware of your thoughts and energy that will ultimately choose a self-fulfilling prophecy. Let the passion and inspiration of the East card give rise to a fresh start and a new horizon. The winter months of inner reflection and rest are over. Spring is here and it's time for making new plans, clearing the soil and planting the seeds for your tomorrows. The East signifies that opportunities are coming your way, to be bold and seizing them. No matter where our past has taken us, we always have the choice to begin again. The East card reminds us that change can bring us closer to our calling. Every day a whole opportunity for growth, and every moment is a gift of life. Okay, so that was a relationship aspect. Now let's have a look at the business aspect. Raina, let's have a look at the business aspect of it. Business. This business. Okay, the business, we have trust. Path of the self, personal space, openness, and faith. So this is in regards to your business. Okay, and this is card number 36. Okay. Okay, keywords are faith, openness, and faith. Prophecy each. Okay, each of us has an area around us we consider our personal space. Once violated, our capacity to trust and love becomes compromised. We pull back from others, widening the perimeter of space we use to protect ourselves. If we've had the sad misfortune of being repeatedly abused or violated, then the process of learning to trust again can be a long and painful one. Unfortunately, as long as we have on that armor on them, we can never fully love. Receiving and giving love is part of our very essence and is needed for our survival and growth. To live without love or trust leads to a cold and lonely existence. We all need someone we can trust and share our heart with. This is in regards to business as well. Begin to develop a relationship of trust with yourself and with Great Spirit. Now is the time to surrender and release your doubts and anxieties. That's where that comes into play. Okay, release your doubt and anxieties to a higher purpose. If we can have faith and trust in Creator's greater plan, then we can begin the process of healing our wounds and gently over time expose our true self to others. So that can be part of the business side of it. Look at the area of your life where you are holding yourself back due to mistrust. Take the first step by learning to love and accept yourself for who you truly are. So there feels like there's a sense of hesitation in regards to the business side of it. You may not realize it in some way, but there might be a little bit of a doubt creeping in. So we need to release that and let that go. So your prayer is, help me, Creator, to surrender to the light of your love. Once I learn to love and value myself, I will be willing to accept into my life only that which is for my highest good. Okay. So I believe it's about trusting in the business aspect. Okay. So you've got new beginnings in regards to the relationship, and you just got to trust the business side of things are going to fall into place. Everything's going to do what's important in regards to that business. Everything's going to happen as it should. So I hope that makes sense. Whew. It is warm for sure. Okay. Good. So does that help you focus on those two cards? One, and this is your business one. So interesting. Cool. Please, it helps. Okay, past life energies. What past life energies are we carrying within us? What do we need to release? Ooh. Okay, air disaster. Water disaster. Oh, that's interesting. Air and related, so it could be playing in the water, and a slave servant. So let's release that energy. Take a nice deep breath. We've got something to do with the air, being lost at sea, being lost in being an air disaster, water disaster, and being a servant in some way. So something to do with water and air. So maybe we were in a plane, landed in the water, and we were a slave, a servant in some way. So we're going to release that energy. Ooh. Releasing that energy. Releasing that. Feeling like everything's a disaster. Remember, this is connected to the past life energy. So that's where we feel like everything's going to be a disaster, when we feel like everything is going to be, we're in doubt of everything, because we just feel like everything's going to crash. Everything's doom and gloom. we're a slave to our emotions in this case. So we're just going to release all that energy. Just take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And we're just going to let that go. It feels like everything is just, there's that want to fly, want to get there, want to achieve, but something's chaining us to the past. So we just want to release that and let that go. Release and let go. Okay, that's complete. Whew. What chakra are we going to? Oh, actually, let's do this. Butterfly guiding light. Let's have a look. Ooh, foot. Okay, what chakra are we going to focus on? What chakra are we going to find our healing? Oh, it's going to help us feel like we're back in alignment. Let's have a look. Ooh, love. It's interesting. So let's have a look and see what this is about. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things, Corinthians. So this is all about love. It's all about the heart chakra. That's an interesting one. So let's just grab the book. Hi, Mary. Okay, so let's have a look at this green. Right, so let's have a look at the unconditional love for self and others, emotional balance, health and healing, self-sacrifice and compassion, helping others, reaching out beyond yourself, and inner peace. So we've looked at love. Let's have a look. Great, thanks, Mary. So let's have a look. Keywords are affection, attachment, commitment, sacrifice, happiness, and heart. Love, as we all know, is a state of being that is almost indescribable, happy and euphoric. It lifts us up beyond the mundane and inspires us to be a better person, whether we are giving or receiving it. In some ways, the most important requirements of all humans is to love and to be loved. All types of love are expressed in millions of ways through songs, poems, stories, movies, art, and plays. The things they have in common are positive, emotionally uplifting, and selflessness. The love draws attention to matters of the heart. It must be read in context of the surrounding cards. It may indicate a new love or a deepening love. Are you in love? Have you lost love? Are you looking for love? Either way, love is at the forefront of the situation and plays an important role in any decisions you need to make. Whoa. Okay. It's interesting. What do you think, Raina? Love seems to be at the forefront of everything. So I don't know who's still here, who wants a reading, who wants to pay for a donation reading, who wants just a quick skiz, quick card. Love, love, love. Yes, Raina. Lots of love, lots of heart chakra stuff. Raina. When will you meet your new love? Oh, this flew out. 7. Somewhere between, it says Libra. Could be this somewhere with, it's got a 7 as well. So it could be 7 weeks or 7 months. And, or it does say between the 9th and the 10th month. So it could be, Mary, could be somewhere in between, I want to say September, October. September, October. And what are we now? February. Oh yeah, 7 months. So it could be within the 7 months. Mary. So let's have a look-see. What else do we need to know about this love? Let's have a look. What happens when I have so many decks? I still end up with them all over the place. So let's have a look, Mary. Mary, let's have a look. Whoa! Okay. It's interesting. We've got Ace of Wands, 3 of Wands, and Strength. So we've got the sense of a breakthrough. So it does feel like there's going to be sort of like a new beginning in regards to your passions and desires. Okay, it does feel like there's a new beginning in regards to that. It does feel like there's a sense of a breakthrough, moving through maybe the sense of not feeling so tired. Maybe it's going to give you a bit of motivation, a bit of a drive in that respect. So you've got 3 of Wands here. So there is a moment of pause. There is a still moment where you reflect on your goals and what you actually desire for a relationship and what you're leaving behind in the relationship as well. And it's talking about the endurance, the strength, not giving up, to keep going, to really feel as though, hi, Master Manifester. So it really feels as though, you know, it's really about the endurance, about the strength, about moving forward and never giving up, actually believing that it's possible. So let's have a look at what Firefox card is in regards to the relationship. Beneath the surface. So it's really about looking beyond the surface, looking beyond what's around you and actually looking a little bit deeper in the situation. It does feel as though it's about looking a little deeper. So let's have a look at the card here. 39. Okay, so let's have a look. It says, there is much within the world that can be misread when we look upon the surface. When we see with our over-accustomed eyes the world around us, we cannot truly see what is there. We need experience in depth and perception, attention, when we seek to truly know something. And so this card is urging you to go beneath the surface, which this beautiful maid is preparing to do. It can be easy to glide above and to avoid the depths, or to fail to see the true power of something. Because we look upon the ocean and see its calm, we can underestimate its strength. And this is what you're being asked to do. Do not go lightly into deep emotional waters, but know their strength and life-changing power by diving beneath the surface. Know that as you go deep, you will encounter currents and the power of the ocean, the emotional world above you. But it is not the time to stay on the surface. So many others feel this adequate and their lives are in many ways satisfactory. But to know the true potential of yourself and of your life, you will need to take a deep breath and dive deep. There is no need for fear or for panic. Remain calm. no matter how challenging it can seem to be beneath the world in which others seem content to live. This life is not for you, friend, and nor are the ailments and personal stunting of growth that others experience over and over, because they never found a way to go beneath the apparent nature of reality and go deep within. This being of the Kitsune realm now asks you to join her in the quest for the hidden depths of life. Know you are seeking the truth about your own soul, and that is a reward worth the risk. Hi, Cacao. I'm great, thanks, Master Manifester. Didn't I do a reading yesterday for that question? Okay, Mary, I hope that sort of makes sense to you. Indeed. Let's have a look. Okay, so you're welcome, Mary. If Jay will ever reach out to me again. Let's have a look at the cards given in this case. Okay, it does feel like there's a sense of things blending together. There are some changes happening. It does feel like there's a definitely... Oh, I don't know if they're going full hog. So, Cacao, I just don't know if things are going to go full hog into it. I definitely feel like there's some changes going on. There's definitely some things merging together. Just don't know if anything is there. So let's have a look. Is there a timing response to Jay will reach out to Cacao. It's about starting all over again. For me, I just feel like it's like there's going to be a shift. There's going to be some changes in you. And I just feel like you're going to make some changes. He may reach out, but you may respond differently. You may react differently to the situation. So let's just see. I just feel like you're going to have some changes. I think you might have a change of mind, a change of perception, a change of plan in the situation. There's a lot of energy healing. This seems to be coming up quite a bit. Energy healing. Seems to be a lot of healing taking place. It's about staying grounded so you can stay focused. Taking care of yourself. I think there's a lot of self-healing to do, Kika. So I really feel like you're going to be doing a lot of self-healing, a lot of taking care of yourself. So I feel like you might be taking a new path on the situation. Okay, so there's something for you to think about. I mean, totally up to you, of course, but that sort of gives me that. You've been changing a lot lately, okay. So there might be some changes in regards to that. Okay, last spark. How will you spend your Valentine's Day? Let's have a look. How will you spend your Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day. more going in there. Okay, and then, oh, okay. A blessing on growing older. So I feel like there's a sense of maturing going on. Seems to be like a sense of I think on Valentine's Day there might be a reflection on sort of maturing within oneself. Quite interesting card. Okay, so let's have a look at your Valentine's Day. Okay, we begin with Seven of Cups. So it's telling us to sort of look at the options that are available to you. Choose wisely in what you actually want to do, how you want to spend your actual day. Okay, it feels like you've got some options available to you. It's really about that sense of stability, allowing yourself that commitment to self. And I'm getting a sense of actually in this card here, actually getting a bit of an alone wolf, like sort of spending some, I'm getting a little bit of alone time here. Sense of things moving quite quickly. There may be others around you in some cases, but I still feel a sense of aloneness about it. It's really about looking at the facts of the situation in regards to who you're with or what's going on there in the relationship. I really feel it's about the truth, you know, it's about nurturing the truth, the facts of the situation, but also about nurturing your mind, nurturing your own mind, your own thoughts. I definitely get a sense of maturing or growth happening within your journey. So I feel like your Valentine's Day could be quite solitude. I do feel like there's a sense of, or even if there's people around you, I still feel like a sense of aloneness. Like even if there's a lot of people around you, I still feel like you're going to feel like you're alone. And I think it's all about your perspectives or what's going on for you. So I feel like there's a lot of growth going on for you, a lot of development. So quite interesting. So there you are, some cards to think about. It's a blessing on growing older. Really cool card. So hi Lily, how are you? Oh, that's good. Yeah, it is about maturing. It is about feeling very comfortable with being alone. Definitely felt that. You're welcome. You're welcome. Right. Lily? Oh, take care, Raina. Thanks for being around. Well, that's good, Lily. Pleased you're good. Raina, take care. Thanks very much for the donations. Hope the readings helped. Will you meet a potential love interest? Okay, so let's have a look. Potential love interest. Potential love interest. Okay. So you've got two of discs here. So I feel like you're going to be juggling a lot going on this trip. You're going to feel like you're going to be doing a lot. There's a lot going on this trip. Okay, you've got a lot going on. You've got a lot of I feel like taking some time out for yourself is going to be quite important on this trip. It is going to be a trip of like a lot of pampering, a lot of preparation for abundance. But I do feel like you've got a lot going on. There's a lot of choices, a lot of decisions to make. Could be very much about nurturing your passions and your desires. I do see here you've got a bit like the Queen of Wands, really. So you've got that, definitely that having a bit of fun, having a bit of passionate time, a bit of playfulness is going to be important. But it is definitely going to be a trip with a lot going on. I feel like you're going to be pulled in many directions as well. But it does talk about success. It does talk about, and you talked about having a potential love interest. And so with the Six of Wands here, I do say yes, in the moment. There's going to be a love interest in the moment. Okay, I don't know whether it's going to be a love interest that's maintained or whether it's just in that moment, whether it's just about having a bit of fun in that moment is going to be super important. And so the card here you have is about independence. So you have that sense of being independent from, you know, wanting to have, again, you get that sense of alone time, having that time to just take care of your needs could be really, really important as well. Let's see if I can get any more information here with the Karururu, Karuhiruru shag. It is time to go on your own way for a while. Soar out towards the horizon and explore the world ahead of you. You're very capable of providing for yourself, so it's vital that you use this time to take on board the things that have assisted your growth this far and let them fuel your future development. But for this, I get a sense of it allowing yourself that time to sort of, yes, you're going out with your friends and all that sort of stuff, but you also need to have some fun, relax from the stress and thoughts of the everyday life. Yep, and it feels like there's going to be success in that moment. It does feel like you are going to have a bit of fun for that moment. You have a potential love interest in that moment. So it's all about following your own path, doing your own thing, not being stuck with your friend, you know, not being stuck with your friends all the time, about having some balance within that process as well. So that's an important part of your journey. So interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay, so I don't know who's here, but let's do a little bit of a card 1, 2, or 3. Choose a card 1, 2, or 3. Okay, we're going to do 1, 2, or 3. Whoever's here. Decide on whether you want 1, 2, or 3. With the Butterfly Guiding Light Oracle, we're going to look at what chakra we're working on. So 1, 2, or 3. Decide what number you'd like. You're welcome, Lily. You're welcome. So just choose card number 1, 2, or 3. 1. Okay, card Ashley, card number 1. Introvert, extrovert. Okay, so it's your solar plexus. Inward seeking versus outward looking. Under the radar or all over the radar. So let's have a look and see what it says. Card number 1. Okay, so the solar plexus is all about your individuality and beliefs, feeling, fears, emotional connection, intuition, listening to your senses, personality and self-expression, self-esteem and control issues. So let's have a look and see what the message is from the introvert, extrovert. Okay, let's have a look. Keywords are personality, individuality, character, acceptance, and self-awareness. Introvert and extrovert are two opposing common personality types. Fundamentally, we will all identify with one or the other. Introverts are self-reliant and live a more self-contained life. Their pleasure and stimulation tends to come from doing their own thing. They're content to spend time alone, away from large social groups and gatherings. An extrovert is someone who is more attracted to the outside world, is stimulated and inspired by contact with people, places, and things out in the world, and works better with others rather than alone. Neither one is better than the other, and in the way that opposites attract, it takes both to make the world go round. When this card arises, it asks you why you are being true It asks, are you being true to your personality? Are you trying to be something you are not? Are you comfortable with who you are and how others perceive you? Or do you try too hard to fit in with what they want from you? Being comfortable with what is being asked of you and being accepted for who you are is two sides of the same coin. Okay, so that's for you, Ashley. Now, Lily, you chose number 2. Again, we've got the the solar plexus with personal power. And the card says, wherever you invest most of your time and energy is where your personal power resides. So let's have a look at personal power. And the keywords here is charisma, self-esteem, confidence, attitude, responsibility, and focus. Your personal power puts you in control of everything in your life. It is the ability to use all of your senses to do what is best for you in every situation, whether that be deciding what to eat for dinner or having a discussion with a difficult person. Every day in every encounter, you have the choice to put yourself and your well-being first and to choose how you react to the multitudes of stimuli that come your way. When your personal power is strong, you put your well-being front and center. You feel strong, confident, and capable, and you do not give in to outside negative influences. When your personal power is weak, you react in emotional and destructive ways to outside influence and allow others to decide your fate. When this card arises, the focus turns to you, your well-being, your life choices, how you choose to react to other words or behavior. Are you treating others as though they are more important than you? Do you feel empowered by close friends, family, or partners, or do they make you feel powerless? Okay, so that's card 1 and 2 for you. Interesting combination of cards. Whew, it is warm. Okay, so I think that is about it. I don't think there's any other questions or any other readings. I don't know if anyone else has come in or who's hanging around. Whew. The rain has stopped. Let's just open the window a little bit. Get some fresh air in here. Oh. Okay, Amalu, is he loyal to you? Is he loyal to you? Okay. Let's have a look at the Tarot of Cleopatra. Well, let's have a look at the cards. Heavenly messages. So there are messages coming through. So let's have a look and see what they are. Talking about messages that are very sacred. Now here I'm getting a sense of looking at things from a different perspective. Okay, I feel like you need to look at all your options that are available to you. I feel like you're just hanging around waiting. Okay. Does feel like there is, definitely feels like there is some solitude, which seems really important. And allowing things to sort of, are you taking action or are you just letting things be? So I'm just getting a sense of, I just don't feel like he's absolutely loyal to you. I just feel like you need to really sort of take care of yourself. Just want to see if there's any information coming through. You're in no contact right now. Okay, so I've got the sense of let's say desires and passions, and I'm just getting the sense of just, what do you really want to, I feel like there's some battles and conflicts. There does seem to be a sense of sort of needing to stand up for yourself in some way. I'm just getting that there is some conflicts in regards to that situation. I feel like there's a pause. Definitely feels like there's a pause. And there are some decisions that really need to be made. I feel like you're at a real crossroads right now. And I just feel like just not getting a sense of I'm just not getting really sort of any contact with you for a while. Really not feeling like there's anything. So I just want to see if I can get a message here. 27. Just want to see if I can get regards to relationship. Let's have a look. So we're looking at relationship here with Osiris. Let's have a look. Separation for your partner for a short or long. Spend this time on. So it's really about spending time on self-development and your spiritual path. Okay, so there is definitely a separation at this time, and so it's really about self-development. There are some challenges, and it will be followed by great joy. So it's just telling you this is the time for you to really sort of take care of yourself right now. Okay, so not worry too much about what he's up to, but think about yourself. I think that's really important. Hi, Serial. So, Amalu, I think it's really important that you take care of yourself right now. Don't worry too much about what he's up to. I feel like it's really important that you sort of pause for a moment, take care of you, and don't worry too much about what he's up to. Right, if you want to donate for a more in-depth reading, here's the link. Otherwise, just doing real quick, short readings. Lots of mucking around. I'm just wondering if anyone has any more messages they would like. Let's have a look. Let's do. I'm just going to do card 1, 2, or 3. I was wondering if my mum is still mad at me. Serial, let's have a look. I'm wondering if my mum is still mad at me. Let me just do a card here, and then I'll do a tarot. Okay, I'm just getting oceans. I'm getting a sense of generosity here. I'm getting a sense of unconditional. She may be a little bit mad, but she still loves you. Okay, so let's have a look here. Yes, there's some stress and worry going on. But it feels like everything's going to come together. So your mum might, she might be a little bit mad at the moment, but it does feel like everything will be sorted out. It's about communicating. It's really about looking beyond the surface of the situation. Look beyond what you see on the surface. Maybe you need to look a little bit deeper, find a little bit of understanding about what's going on. Okay, so yeah, it may be a little bit of a sense of, yes, she's a little bit mad at you at the moment. There is some stress and worry, but with a little bit of communication, I feel like everything's going to come together. But it's about you looking beyond the surface, looking beyond what you see actually going on, what's actually happening. Look beyond that, and maybe there just needs to be a bit of communication, and give a little bit of yourself as well. Maybe it's a little bit of a compromise in what's going on. With Oshan here, I'm sort of getting that sense of generosity, but maybe I'm getting a sense of compromising that as well. That might be really important for you. Oh, who will my future husband be? Okay. Let's have a look, see if we get any. Yeah. Okay. Priya. Future husband when you're so busy with life now. Let's have a look. So what have we got? You got someone who's... Okay, I'm getting someone who's sort of a truth seeker. You've got someone who's always looking for the truth and expects nothing less. Could be somebody who sort of gives unconditionally, always giving. Someone who feels like they're always giving. And they may feel as though there is that sense of stability of the mind, but also that sense of taking time out, reflection. So I could say that your future husband could be somebody who is quite youthful, but also someone who's a bit of a truth seeker, always looking for the truth. Giving unconditionally. Your future husband could be somebody who gives unconditionally, constantly. And somebody who is stable of the mind, you know, has some stability with the mind. Maybe somebody who sort of takes time out for themselves, which seems really, really important. Someone who observes, who's always looking at the bigger picture. Someone who may be looking at reflecting on the bigger picture. To be really important. Okay, let's have a read at this. Position yourself in an area where you'll be able to evaluate your situation from all angles. Consider the happenings of the space, who is in it, what does it look like, is it familiar? Be critical of what you feel sure of. Do not jump into conclusions once your intentions are clear and set. Only then can you make a successful move because you've considered all the factors. So again, yeah, I just get that sense of looking towards what's going on for yourself and making that decision whether this is the right person for you. But your future partner, future husband could be somebody who sort of is a truth seeker, always giving unconditionally to the situation, and feels someone who could be quite stable of the mind, builds foundations of ideas and plans as well. So he's an observer. He's able to sort of see the bigger picture of the situation. Hi, Brianna. How are you? Whew, it is hot. It's a bit hotter than I thought, but I just didn't want all that noise from outside. I'm good, thank you. Good, good, good. I've been on for nearly 2 hours, so I really sort of want to leave it at that. But if you've got a question, Brianna, I will do your reading. Just waiting to see where you're at. Waiting to see what message you have. I don't know why I did that. Anything? Okay, so you just want sort of a bit of a look-see at what's possible for you. Okay, let me just put these butterfly guiding light cards back. So let's have a look. Putting them back. Okay, Brianna, let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, so let's have a look. We're going to look at emotions. Okay, it's very much about your perspectives, your thoughts and ideas. It does feel like there's some trying to find a sense of clarity. You're trying to find a sense of clarity in your journey and where you are and what's going on. It feels like you're looking for the facts. Okay, you don't want to waffle about what's going on. You just want, yep, this is it. This is where I'm at. This is what I need to do, and this is where I'm going. Okay, so we're going to look at physically. Physically, you're going to have a lot of success in your life. I do feel like there's going to be successes in many areas of your life. I feel like you're going to move forward with confidence, with success. I really do feel that there is that sense of victory, that sense of success in your journey and where you're going. Okay, so it is a journey with struggles and a lot of options available. Trying to find out what your priorities are is really important. So you need to do some real good soul searching and look at things clearly in the direction that you actually want to move into. So that seems really, really important for you. Yeah, I've just got the words vision board. So I feel like you need to create a vision board, something that you can see to achieve, that it's there in front of you every day. Do like with your goals, do a sense. Hi Valentina. Do a sense of, Brianna, really important for you to do like a sense of a to-do list and break your goals into smaller goals so that you can achieve what you want. So mentally you need to look at your the actions, the consequences of your actions. Okay, still blank. Okay, so you need to look at the consequence. So what you need to do is look at the consequences of the actions you take. You know, just do one day at a time. Don't try and do too much at once. Don't try and look too far ahead. Just say, what do I want to achieve today? What do I actually want to achieve today? So you're looking at a sense of your skills and your abilities, being able to look at the support around you, but also your skills. What talents do you have? What is your, what do you create? What can you create in your life? What can you manifest? I do feel like there's a sense of your job, your job requirements or your skills, your abilities, is looking at what skills do you actually have and how can you use that to move forward on your journey. That's really important part of the process here. Okay, so let's have a look. Ooh, equilibrium. So again, you get that sense of, I'm getting a sense of equilibrium, a sense of, get it right. Yeah, equilibrium. So I said the medicine said about equilibrium. So the medicine world is a deceptively and simple symbol representing everything humans need to know about balance and connection with in spirit, divided into 4 quarters representing the directions and the seasons, along with many other associations. Also included other 3 directions representing Father, Sky, Earth, and the sacred tree. The image, we also see a medicine bag which contains amulets chosen to cure or rebalance the energy of someone who's ill. Objects may include stones, roots, berries, coins, beads, and other small items. The messages will, with honest self-assessment, you can determine the medicine you need in order to achieve well-being. So it becomes with a sense of transformation, a sense of completeness, healing, connections. Interesting. Time is Sunday, and today is Sunday for us here in New Zealand. So I definitely feel like it's a sense of being able to have the sense of looking at what energy you need to bring in, what crystals you could work with could be really important. So maybe it's a sense of, let's have a look at the crystals. Let's have a look at a crystal for you. I feel like this is going to be really important. Oh, interesting. So we have here initiation with phenacite. So the phenacite is going to help you move forward. So let's have a look at that message. Let's see what the affirmation is and see if that helps. Okay, so your chakra is the crown chakra and the soul heart, the etheric chakra. And your affirmation, I now trust in all I have learned and make my own empowered choices. So when phenacite appears in your cards, you can be sure that an initiatory experience will soon follow. Phenacite is signaling you the storm is approaching. You will be tested by the elements of your life, and you may be asked to sacrifice those things that are keeping you from moving forward. Initiations require you to call upon what you have already learned on your journey to successfully navigate the tests that you will face. It is important to realize that you have already learned all that you need to know to move through this time of testing. You just need to call your wisdom and knowledge forth to make the right choices at this time. When you take a test, the teacher doesn't sit next to you and give you all the answers. It is the same on a spiritual level. This is a test that you have set up for yourself as a signpost on your spiritual path. You need to walk that path alone, and you need to undergo this initiation alone. You will not receive a lot of answers from outside sources. It may be difficult for you to tune into guidance from spirit. You're being encouraged to delve into your own heart and soul and to rely on what you know is true for you. Make your choices and decisions now from a place of personal power instead of seeking for outside answers. This signals a time of awakening, of changing from chrysalis to butterfly. You can no longer claim the ignorance of a child when answering for all that you're experiencing, for your creations. You're being asked to take responsibility for all that you're experiencing, and in so doing, acknowledge your power to create the life for which you are destined. Now is the time to invoke the energy of phenacite in preparation for your initiation into the new role that the universe has in store for you. Wow. I think that sort of says it. So I hope that helps. Okay, Valentina. What Carlo true feelings towards you? Does he have feelings and thinks about me or no? take the action now. Now is time to take action. Definitely, Brianna. Okay, Valentina, let's have a look by connecting to. Okay, just take a minute. Well, thank you, Valentina. Yeah, I'm good. I'm enjoying doing a few readings every day. I've been a bit sort of moving towards using different decks with my collection. I finally did cataloging on Libib, whatever it's called, Libib. So that's finally done. Okay, so oh, that was interesting. Flew out. So let's have a look. You're trying to connect with. Oops, went too far. Carlo, true feelings towards you. So let's have a look. Okay. Whew. Okay, so let's have a look. What cards do we get about Carlo's true feelings? Okay, so we firstly start with Carly. Oh, so it's a sense of liberation, a sense of freedom on your part. It's about a little bit of freedom. Okay, and Carlo. It's about him having power. Okay, so there's a sense of freedom and a sense of power coming into play here. So it's like you're wanting freedom and he's wanting control. A hall of, oh, you mean on the video, on YouTube Live? A blessing to ease loneliness and bring companionship. So it does feel like there's a sense of coming together in some way. Okay, if you're wanting some freedom, you need to release and let go of a sense of control in your journey as well. And maybe he feeling like he needs to be in control of his own path in some way. But it does bring a sense of companionship to the journey. Okay, this is a blessing to ease loneliness and bring companionship. So it does feel as though we're easing the loneliness, moving into, yep, like a, okay, like a review. Oh, okay, a deck review. Oh, at nearly 70 tarot and 70 oracle. Doesn't know how to deal with this loneliness. Okay, so here we've got 9 of Pentacles. So there feels like there is a sense of luxury, a sense of pampering, a sense of fulfillment. Feels like things being attained. Does feel like things are sort of preparing to come together in some way. King of Pentacles here. So we've got this opportunity arising. I do feel like there's this opportunity that's arising. Does feel like a need to a sense, I'm getting a sense here of this being practical, needing to stay grounded, stay earthy energy, but also a sense of materialistic in some way. Could be a sense of being materialistic, worrying too much about the finances could be part of it as well. That's where he is money orientated. Okay, so I feel that King of Pentacles being quite materialistic. Okay, it does feel like there's a sense of attainment, though. It does feel like things are coming together, preparing for that. And we've got this pause, this 3 of Wands. So it tells us that there's a moment where you really both need to pause, or you need to pause for a moment and just reflect on what are you leaving behind, what are you moving towards, Valentina. So what's your goal in regards to this? You know, where do you actually want to be? So this is where I get the sense of letting go, liberation. I get a sense of removing the past is really important for you as well. Is cutting away all the past, cutting away the attachments. Okay, with Carly as well. I do get a sense of, even though he's thing there, I do get a sense of him trying to be in control though. He may care for you. He does want that companionship. He wants the companionship, but I feel like he's scared of losing control. He's scared of allowing himself to surrender to the relationship. So I do feel like he has feelings towards you, but he's a little afraid to sort of let go of it. I feel like he wants to be in control. There is that sense of attainment there, but I feel like he's so busy with materialistic aspect. There's a pause in this, in what he wants to achieve. I feel like there's a pause. There's a sense of hesitation, if you like, in moving forward, looking a little bit about, you know, where he's been, where he's going, and what lies ahead. So you're talking about his feelings towards you. He needs to feel he's in power. Yeah, very much so. I feel like he does care about you, but I feel like he's too scared to surrender, to let go. And I think this is where this pause, this temporary, this moment here, this pause is quite big in the process. So I definitely feel like there's a fulfillment, or there's an attainment. There's something coming into it. It's nearly there, preparation, but I don't know whether he's really ready to go full hog into it, if you know what I mean. I don't really know whether he's ready to sort of dive deep into it. There does feel like there's a hesitation to the surrender. So I think it's just about having patience. Having that sense of liberation, I think, is also having that patience, being able to sort of take care of your needs, take care of self, and just allow him to stand in his own power, stand in his own for a moment. So yeah, hope that helps. Gives you something to sort of think about for the moment. But I'm going to say cheerio. I've been on for 2 hours, and I do sort of need to relax a little bit and chill. It's been quite good. It's a little bit self-centered. So you've got to decide for yourself to do, and I think it's a little bit about you taking care of yourself, releasing what you need to. There's a sense, when I look at Kali and then Ra, I get that sense of when you look at yourself, it's about letting go, releasing all that control, allowing yourself that chance to really just stand in your own power, take care of yourself as well. Might be really important. Anyway, so I think that's it from me. I think I've really sort of done my dash today. I don't think there's anyone else around. I don't know if there's anything a reading, but I think that's about it. So I'm going to say good night. It's now 6:15 here in New Zealand on a Sunday night. Oh, Saturday night, sorry, not Sunday. Saturday night. What's wrong with me? I'm a day ahead of myself. A Saturday night. You're welcome, Valentina. You're welcome. Hug. Definitely. But I've been on for over 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I think I'm long enough for tonight. And I'm going to try and do some readings. I don't mean to do sort of 2-hour readings, but it's the way it sort of seems to be at the moment. So that's it from me. Take care and blessed be. Don't forget to check out my Ko-Fi. check out my memberships, my services. If you want a private reading available, don't forget to do that indeed. So that's it. Take care.